get started. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of six and seven figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you, small business owners and entrepreneurs who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to your first six figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the details of my 5 year journey. However, just know that I am currently living my best life and working my best business in Mexico. Okay, Mexico. So let's get to it. We're talking this week about how to get money from your small business networking. This came about from me being at a business conference last week, a big business conference, and I made a total of $10,794 in the bank, right? And I want to share with you the strategies that I use to be intentional about getting this money, right? Now, if you want to know about my basic networking strategies, like what you need to do when you go to any business conference, you can go to the first paragraph of our blog and see that I have a hyperlink that sends you to the basic strategies. But these strategies are the very ones that I use to get that money, right? So I've been going to business conferences for years. I've been going consistently over the past year and a half. And so what I did was I wanted to be intentional to see if I went with the intention of making money, could I do it? Right? Could I do it? So I have 4 strategies for you. Yesterday, we talked about clarity. You need to be clear about a few things, okay? You need to make a few things clear to other people. This sets the stage and the foundation of how you're going to move during this conference, right? Now, if you want to know about the clarity, go to yesterday's replay. We went deep with it. However, one of the things I made clear was how to find me. How to find me, right? I wore every day a shirt with my logo on it, and I posted in the group so that people know what I looked like that day, with and without glasses, what the hairstyle was looking like, and which shirt I had on, what color, with my logo on it, okay? And that set the stage for the next strategy, which is politicking, okay? Politicking. I was out there in that thing, kissing babies, shaking hands, giving out these Southern hospitality Alabama hugs, okay? I was politicking, okay? And I was able to do that with intention because there were people who I was looking for, and then there were people who were looking for me based on the post that I put up about who I was, who I help, what I do, and how to find me, okay? So, politicking. Get out of your comfort zone and go to the people. Okay, they're not always going to come to you. You can set a foundation for that, but you also have people you know you need to intentionally connect with. Okay, so you need to do both. Now, let me tell you what I had ready. What I had ready on my phone for everybody. I didn't just have the hi, hello digital business card. I got that set up, but my intention was to skip that, right? Because what I know is we get business cards and do nothing with them digitally and physically, right? We do nothing with them. So I had 2 QR codes set up. One was to the group. So welcome everybody to the group that is listening, that was welcomed in from the conference. We appreciate you being here, right? So I had a lot of people to join the group from politicking, right? But I also had a QR code for a discovery call, right? There is Tony Harris Taylor. She is the queen of networking. And one of the things that she taught us was you need to not just exchange business cards, you need to leave with appointments made, right? So how I did that is I had a QR code to my discovery call, all right? But let me tell you how I went a step further. And this is what got me the bulk of the 10,000 plus, okay? And that is, I didn't just talk to people. I conducted in-person discovery calls, okay? So I didn't do the basic, oh, I'm so-and-so, who are you? Oh, nice to meet you, exchange card. I didn't do that, okay? What I did was, hi, I'm so-and-so, I help so-and-so, who are you? Can you tell me a little about your business? And I went through to see what was the problems they were having in their business. I explained to them what solutions I had for those problems, and guess what we did? We booked strategy sessions. My strategy sessions are $3,500. I booked 3 of them by having in-person discovery call sessions. Okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all first the difference between a discovery call and a strategy call. Okay? Because what worries me the most is some of y'all don't know the difference, and this is why you're not getting the money. Okay? A discovery call is for you to discover, are you two a good fit? Okay. Are they the type of client you want to work with? Do you have solutions for the problems that they say they have? Okay. They should be getting to know about your personality. You should be sharing your solutions. Okay. And they should be deciding, are you a fit for how they want to invest their money to, and do they believe they can get a return on investment through you? That's a discovery call. A strategy call should be paid for. You do not give strategies on a free discovery call unless it's an intentional thing. We'll talk about that later. But for y'all, I don't want y'all giving strategies because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Okay? So a strategy call should be paid for. A strategy call is when they're telling you what their problems are and you're giving them solutions. That's why that's a paid call. Okay? We don't give solutions for free, or why would they hire you? So what some of y'all are doing is y'all are having a free discovery call and you putting your all into solving their problems. And then you're wondering why at the end of the call, they don't click a payment link. Well, you gave them everything. Okay? You gave them everything. Or so they think, right? And that so they think is what's most important because they got so much perceived value. They feel like, why give you money? Now, what you know as the expert is that's not enough for them to do what they need to do. It's not enough. You know that. But they don't know that. And so what you've done is you basically gave them so much they feel like they can work that and get what they need, or they'll work what you said first and then maybe come back. Now, what I know for sure is those people going to work them little free strategies you gave them for 3 years before they realize they need something else. And who knows what you're going to be doing in 3 years because you done gave away all your stuff in the 3 years that it took for them to realize. So are you even still in business? Okay. So there's a difference between a discovery call and a strategy call. Now, there's a caveat. If you are great with discovery calls and you know how to do strategy without giving away everything, without having them to think they have everything, if you are skilled enough, you can have free strategy sessions. I have free strategy sessions, right? But I let them know I'm going to answer one question and I'm going to give you an answer to just the question that you asked. And then I'm going to tell you how you don't know what you're talking about. You asked the wrong question and you need more stuff. I know how to identify for them that they still have a huge gap, and that gap cannot be solved by this free question they just asked. Okay? So if you can't do that, don't do free strategy sessions. Okay? But there is a strategy. I want you to know there is a strategy. And y'all know for the longest time, right here under my name, I used to have asked me for a free strategy session, right? But what I have come to also understand is most people with my personality, they don't know what to ask me to get value, so they just don't ask anything. Okay? So that's what we're doing. Now, again, in person, all you're doing is the same thing you would do on a true discovery call. Hi, my name is Shay. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer and your first six figures coach, right? I help online service-based businesses to make it to their first six figures in business. Usually you guys lack clarity, structure, and your first strategies and me. Okay? So I'm telling them what they need to succeed. Tell me about your business. What is one of the biggest problems that you're having, right? And they're telling me, and I say, oh yeah, that's because you lack clarity. Oh yeah, that's because you lack structure. Yeah, you have to be rooted in, yes, all of that, right? So I'm letting them know I know exactly what they're going through. I know exactly what the answer is. I'm able to even tell them, and I bet you are experiencing, right? Because guess what? I'm an expert. I know what you're experiencing because you lack clarity, right? So you're telling me one thing, but I know what the big picture is that you're not saying. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal that to you. What is that doing, y'all? That's showing them that I'm an expert, that I understand what they're going through, that I might know a little something about helping them to get through it, right? So it's okay that I'm telling them, hey, yeah, I hear you saying that, but what I also know is you're probably experiencing this and this and this and this also. So yes, I can help you with that. That's simply an issue of clarity and structure. Okay? And I let them know, I have different ways of working with you. But I feel like right now, what's happening based on what you're saying is you want to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So for you, the best thing is a strategy session. Now, there are different ways to work with me, right? And as y'all know, I have my ascension offer ladder where depending on your resource, you can jump in where, get in where you fit in. If you want to see that structure, it's at shaycannon.com/offers. You can see it, right? But basically, what's happening is they need a strategy to work with now. They don't have time to go through my course. They don't have time to wait for the retreat, right? They don't want to learn my framework. They want me, the expert, to apply the framework so that they can get moving. They want to know what steps to take next. They don't want to analyze it for themselves, right? So that's a strategy session. So I sold 3 of them, $3,500 a pop. And that was the bulk of the 10K plus that I made, okay? So my question for you ladies is, have you had problems with discovery call versus strategy session? And what would be your obstacle to holding in-person discovery calls? Okay. I'm going to start with Kimberly Miles, which, by the way, y'all, I need to tell y'all, I've started unpacking, and I don't know if y'all can see this, but I have my foot bomb. Y'all see that logo? Meet 2 Naturals. All right. Shout out to Kimberly Miles. So Kimberly, I know you can't come off the mic, but use the comments and tell me what would be your, and then I messed up my focus. There we go. Well, now it's still blurry. So Kimberly, tell me what would be your obstacles to holding an in-person discovery call to go ahead and book an offer right then? Put it in the comments. We got Shawana and we got Keith over here on Facebook. So you guys put it in the comments over there. What would be your obstacle to holding an in-person discovery call so that you can go ahead and book an offer in person? Okay. Now let's go to Dr. LaFera. What would be your obstacle to holding an in-person discovery call to book an offer in person?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I guess my obstacle is I don't really coach. So like a discovery call for me is because I'm going to be sending my high ticket offers like a course, and low ticket is digital products. So my obstacle is that as far as in-person discovery calls, because I guess I had one this weekend, but it wasn't in person. I guess I don't have one. Set the Calendly link up. Huh?
Are you saying you guess you don't have an obstacle?
Yeah, I guess not, because I mean I have Calendly, so like, or like if it's in person, like you said, like if we're already talking, then like they tell me what they're, because that's what happened this weekend. Like I was at a workshop and like I had people wanting to call me, so and they did, and like I heard what their issues were. Women
so you
calling
had people that wanted to call you?
Yeah, and tell me what their issues. I told them to call me.
Like,
yeah, I asked them what their issues are, and I picked their brains because, like, I am trying to build out a course, so like I don't have to be so hands-on right now, and helping women to heal and to to look and feel younger. So I don't want to be so hands-on. So I want to know exactly what they want before I start building it. So yeah, I had them call me and tell me like, okay, so what are you going to do? Like, what made you want to call me? Because like they heard me say what I could do, and that like I'm in my mid-40s, and they were like, what? Like, okay, so that, and then I said I got rheumatoid and sarcoid, and they were like, wow, like I have PCOS, I have this. I'm like, okay, and so they wanted to call me, so I let them call me.
Okay.
And they still want to talk. They still want the course.
That's a little different than what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me.
Yeah, because that's not in person.
Yeah, that's not in person. So this is what I want. If you're in person, why have them call you and why not go ahead and quote unquote interview them right there?
Right. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Like what you did, like maybe at the bar or in the hall, like just talk to them and see like, okay, so what's going on? Like,
But I want you to go a step further, and I want you to get a deposit for your course. You see what I'm saying? Because we're
Get
talking
a
about money
deposit
in
for
the
the
bank
course?
right then. Yes.
Okay.
Because guess what happens at the end of a discovery call, right? You present an offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to do the same thing in person, right? So I
Okay.
know that you're one thing that you're saying is you're kind of still in the phase of learning so that you can
Yeah.
put in the course. I heard that. I don't want you to think I didn't hear that. But
Right.
you can also let them know, hey, because what's happening is that's an even better way to get them in your course. You're helping me to build the course. So guess what? I'm going to definitely put in there what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So there's no
Yep.
reason why you shouldn't be in this course. So you go ahead and get the deposit too.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Joanna, I want to know, do you have any obstacle to performing a discovery call in person where you present an offer and get paid on the spot?
No, I don't have an obstacle to a discovery call where I get paid on the spot. I actually picked up a new client last week, actually following that discovery call, because he called me and let me know what his issues were, and I picked him up as a new client. So no, that's actually usually when people call me, it's both. They're calling me with the purpose of becoming a client. So I don't think so.
I love it. I love it. So I do want you to be in the habit then. I don't want you to wait for the call. I want you to go ahead. Any questions they have right then, let's get those questions answered. Let's let them know what the solution is. Let's let them know that the solution is for them. Let's answer any questions and let's get a deposit to get started. Okay? Cool beans. Kimberly has put her answer in the comments. Shawana and Keith, y'all can put y'all's in the comments over here on the Facebook side. But Shawana agrees. She like deposit. Yes. So Kimberly says, I'm not clear on what would be a discovery call for me. I can network more with facilities like spas and wellness centers, etc. Yeah. So for you, Kimberly, because you have a product, right? If you're going to go B2B, then you can take product with you, right? You can take product with you. You can even start with kind of a consignment type agreement, right? That's no risk, because what we know is they're going to want to look at a no risk way to get started quicker. And a no risk way is, hey, how about this? How about I leave 6 of these here? You sell them, you keep this percentage, and I'll come and collect this percentage for each product that's missing. You see what I'm saying? So that could be how you come in and do it. So what you're doing is basically no different than what Auntie Shaking them have to do with insurance. You're doing door-to-door sales, right? Yes, you're definitely a politicker, Auntie Shaking. And so, but what you want is you kind of want to do something that seals the deal right there, right? You want to seal the deal right there. Now, if you were at a conference, like we were talking about yesterday with samples where you're going B2C, how I would do it was I would put a little sample on somebody's little ashy ass hand, right? Because when I opened it, I can smell the ingredients that's gonna be good for my skin, right? So what I know is your hand ashy, and I know it's for the feet, but we're gonna start with your hand. I'm gonna put a little something on your hand. I'm gonna tell you, come back in an hour. If you like it, I'm gonna give you a full sample, right? And when they come back, they're gonna know that little spot on their hand feel different than the rest of their hand, right? So they're gonna come back because they're gonna be looking at it like, oh, okay. And they're gonna come back for the sample. And when they come back for the sample, go ahead and send them a full size. You already know it worked. This little sample ain't enough for you. Come on, get this full size. Okay. So that's an example of how that could work for you. All right. Let's go to Tracy Powell. Tracy, the T Lynn experience. How can you have a discovery call in person? Do you have any obstacles to having a discovery call in person and getting the money right there on site?
Good morning. Yeah, I do. Because what I heard you say was that you would approach, intro, ask, listen intently, summarize, and then tell the need while getting the money. For me, the biggest issue is the listening. It takes me, after I've been in person with you and had a conversation, a moment to take in what you said so that I can then turn around and say, oh, you know what? She needed ... And so then I can come back and say,
Mhm.
okay, this is what we need to do. But what I need to learn how to do is listen more intently and listen with purpose so that I can slow down to understand in my mind what you're saying so that I can then assume the sale because I am the expert in that field.
Mhm.
All while giving you that code to get your money. And then we can go to the strategy call.
Now watch this, Tracy. Now, me being an expert like I am, listening to you, yet again, I can tell you don't have clarity in your business, right? Because a part of clarity in your business is having a formula for how you give a solution, right? And immediately recognizing what their obstacles to working that formula is, right? Beyond just knowing the formula, what are the obstacles? So as they're talking, you would be able to pick up immediately what's going on with them. You don't have to sit back and wait, right? But you're sitting back and wait because you're thinking about it because you don't have clarity in your business. So you got to sit back and say, okay, I think it's this and maybe it's this. Okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with them later, right? But as you get more clarity in your business, what's going to happen is you're going to easily recognize, based on the formula that you use to solve their problem, what their issue is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I could do an in-person strategy, a discovery call with you right now and sell you and get a deposit because you need at least a strategy session to get that clarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's what I need you to do. I need you to learn you're going to pick up on what the issue is a little quicker so that in the conversation, you can show that you're the expert. You can show that you're a fit to help them and that you can go ahead and get some money. Okay?
Okay.
Ooh, beans. Dr. Tachi, is there any obstacle to you having an in-person discovery call and getting money in the bank in person?
No, not really.
Love it. Love it.
No, I just,
I'm clear.
yeah, crystal.
Yes.
I just, am not always doing in-person stuff that much. So that would be the only barrier. But if I'm at a conference or something, definitely, yeah, no issue.
Well, let's put a twist on that for you, Dr. Tachi,
Okay,
because what I
twist.
know is you're always talking to people.
Yeah,
So while you're already talking to them, whether it's in person, whether it's in Zoom, whether it's whatever, if you're already talking to them and it's
Mhm.
not an already organized, scheduled discovery call, turn it into one.
okay,
Yeah. All right.
okay.
T Shake is sitting here with, I don't know what you got on. Look like you, come on, Lady Viking. So you said you already a politicker, right? So, tell us, because see, this is the thing. When you have to sell insurance and things like that nobody wants but everybody needs, you pick up more salesmanship than anybody else, right? I love when Lamar of TSP talks about Cutco knives and who was the salesman of cut. Because we, baby, to get in your house and demo them damn knives, we had to get good at sales because nobody want to be bothered with us and them damn knives. But when we cut that penny, baby, y'all was buying them knives, let me tell you. But Auntie Shaky, I already know that you talk to people all the time. You politic all the time. You can turn a regular conversation into a discovery call. So instead of asking you, do you have any obstacles? Because I know you do not. I will ask you, do you have any tips for the ladies on how to, in any conversation that maybe wasn't a structured discovery call, turn it into one and make that money in the bank right then?
That's a good one, and I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of the ops. I feel like Tracy already know. Like you have to be a good listener. You have to be a good listener, and you have to know what it is that you offer and how it helps. I was reading. I'm reading Alex Hormozi's book again, 100 Million Offers, and he talks about I'm read this where it says our goal as marketers and business owners is to increase the value of the dream outcome and its perceived likelihood of achievement while decreasing the time delay of achievement and the effort and sacrifice one has to put into it to get there, right? So what that basically says to me as a life insurance agent, in my mind initially, I'm thinking everybody needs life insurance. This is a no-brainer. This is what I'm thinking. but
Yeah.
there's no immediate win. You don't get the win till you die. You know what I'm saying? And then
And the win ain't even yours.
right, the win isn't yours. Okay. So so now my job is to figure out how to make life insurance a win for you. So now that's why I shifted up my product and my offer, because I'm giving you a win immediately. So I think that for us, we need to think about how can I give a win immediately to the person that's talking to. And I think that is going to win them over for, the discovery call, for the sale, and all of that.
I love that. Now, what we know about the book that you're reading, $100 million Offer, is that's just the offer, right? The next book that he released is about the leads. Do you have that one? I know, right? So I just got mine. Look, maybe we should do book club because I ordered it on book launch, but I had it sent to the United States to one of my clients. And then I was just able to get it. Yes, Dr. Tachi, it's great. And it's got all kind of stuff to go along with it. So let me know when you're ready, Dr. Tachi, because I got a folder full of stuff that goes along with it, because he did an entire, he did an entire course around the book and gave all kind of resources. So yeah. All right, let's go to Heather. Heather, do you have any obstacle to conducting these in-person discovery calls and getting money in the bank right then and there?
The only obstacle I can think of is I just don't know how to conduct it properly.
Mm-hmm.
And then asking for the money immediately is not something I have practice in.
Yes.
So for me, it's a confidence issue because I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I understand. So let's talk about some ways that you can do it, right?
Okay.
So this is where deposits come in handy, right?
Mhm.
And especially deposits that are kind of low deposits, that would be anybody who's serious about getting this done, they would have at least that amount available to them, right?
Mhm.
So even though it may be a $5,000 package, you can accept a $250 deposit, right? Because
Mhm.
most business owners have $250 to put towards a solution. They might not readily have the 5K, right? So first thing is you have a QR code ready for a deposit of $250, right?
Mhm.
Now, the next thing that you want to do is you got to add urgency. This is where y'all psychology of sales comes in, okay? You have to add urgency, otherwise I can just wait, right? Now, a part of that urgency can be what Auntie Shaky said, which is, I know you're sick and tired of this and you need a solution now,
Mhm.
right? So let me help you get there as quickly as possible. But for you, Heather, what we know is a book is an entire business. So if you have a business that's stalled, you can write a book and crank up that business based on that book,
Mhm.
right? So are you tired of slow sales, right? Are you tired of not having the authority to beat out other people and being treated like a commodity? Do you need instant credibility? All of those things come with a book, right?
Mhm.
And like we were telling Tracy, you got to learn how to listen. Because what are all of their obstacles to getting started right now? Because you need to Alex Hormozy and flip every one of them obstacles to that's why you need to start right now.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know. I got the 250, but I don't know if I can commit to $5,000 right now. Girl, if you ain't got $5,000, that's more of a reason for you to write a book. You can jumpstart this business and get more than $5,000 in you see what I'm saying? Any obstacle they give you is a reason why they need to start now. So if you don't remember nothing else about sales, remember that. I just don't have time to write no book. Girl, I know. That's why we're writing it with me. We're going to get it done.
Yep.
I don't care what you can give me any obstacle. I can turn that thing around.
Mhm.
If I believe I can help you. Because I'm not a salesperson. Let me tell
No,
you
I
that
don't
right
do sales. I actually
right?
follow your example with sales. Like I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I've been
convince.
following your example for a long time now.
Yeah. So I don't do this bunch of convincing, whatever. I just need a yes or a no. If you give me an excuse, I'm going to cut through the excuse.
Mhm.
But if you say no, I'm done. Right?
Yep.
I don't know, because the last time that I had somebody help me write a book, I didn't even get past the outline. Girl, that's why I have a formula. There's no way you can fail. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everything you give me, I have a reason why. That's not a reason. And until you tell me no, I'm just waiting on my yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Auntie Shaker said we are selling. Yeah, we selling around here. Because at the end of the day, what I need you to understand is that if you believe in what you do,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to share and convince people that you believe in what you do and that you can help them. Because without you being able to sell, you do not have a business. You cannot sit out here and just be a creator of something. Because until you sell it, it's not a business.
Yeah.
And the difference between you who know what you're doing and them folks that's loud and proud and don't know what they're doing is that they loud and proud. So can you get loud and proud, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
Dr. Shaky, Lord. Look, I called something to your future, something else for you to take, Auntie Shaky. But Auntie Shaky said, can you brag on you and how you help? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? Some of us know what we do work, but we don't talk loud enough. You're not louder than the people presenting stuff that don't work. And they out here getting all your money. And they out here making all of your people that you're supposed to help scorned in the mug. So that's the reason why you need to get this stuff out there, right? All right, the Hollywood Squares has moved, but I think all I have left is Teray. Teray, baby, you got some sales in your background, right? You even got media training. Let me tell you why I like watching you do, Teray. I know you have media training because before you answer me, you do a count in your head and then you start talking. I see you do it every time. And I be like, look at Teray trained ass. All right, Teray. She be like, yeah, she go. So, were you media trained, Teray?
Yes.
I thought so.
Okay. So I guess I think my biggest obstacle is that I just need to get in front of more people in person. What I'm realizing is that when I'm at the post office, when I'm at the grocery store, if I say 2 words to somebody about dating, they jump right on that.
Mhm.
Unless they're married, everybody, the women out here, like, I have what they need. My biggest issue, bigger than that, is that what you just told us is that I'm supposed to take a top of funnel person in person in a matter of a conversation and turn them into Bofu.
You could.
So that's what you're saying. You're saying book a discovery call in person. This person
Not
is
even book. Just
Oh
a
no, I'm
conversation
saying
that
like
you're having.
have an in-person discovery call with this tofu person. Have a short conversation and then get them to pay you on the spot, which means they just went through the funnel in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we didn't learn that in the workshop.
Oh,
So
no. That's sales, right? I see your bubble. Look, that's sales. So let's talk about that, right? Because to like, know, and trust you, nothing is better than in person. In person is the only thing that trumps video, right? So in person, there should be energy. There should be you listening, you having a one-on-one with them. And so you should be able to show that I am the person that understands you, right? Think about the girlfriend, the unintentional friend that you make. You have one conversation and now you got a new bestie. Everybody can't be your new bestie just because you just met them, but a person that does a deep dive and listens to you and connects with you can.
Right. So the thing is that after your workshop, the instinct is to meet a person, do a discovery call and say, oh, you should join my group. That's the instinct based on what we were, you know what I mean? To your top of funnel, you don't know who I am, but you're saying that this in-person interaction is going to expedite that.
Yes.
That's just a mindset shift.
Yeah.
Because my thinking is that I would go to a business conference, the TSP conference, and interact with all these people and go, yeah, girl, you should join my group. We're talking about all this, that, and the other. Here's my book. You can buy it if you want to. It's $20, blah, blah, blah. But you over here, like whenever you said you made over $10,000 in 4 days, I was like, what happened to my life? But
think about it too. Yesterday I told you and today I had a QR code for my community and I had one for discovery calls. Everybody wasn't a fit for that in-person discovery call. So I had the backups or the down sales. for the people that remain tofu during our conversation, or you caught me on the way to the bathroom and baby, I ain't got time for to take you down to Bofu. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm 52 now. I gotta pee. Let me tell y'all something. TMI, let me tell you, I think I'm ready for Poise Pass, is what I think I'm ready
Oh
for.
my
So,
gosh.
you finna get this QR code and I'm finna go to the bathroom, is what I'm telling you. But anyway, back to you. So you have to be able to evaluate who is this person and be ready for where they are and where you can take them. Because I did have the community, QR code, and we do have new people in here, right?
Right.
I did have the discovery call QR code, and I do have people booked. But I also had, come on, let's pay for this. Depending on how long that conversation was, how much I was able to listen to, you know what I'm saying? And how I was able to penetrate, like, know, and trust right there on the spot. So what I'm saying is don't miss the opportunity.
Got it.
So yeah.
So so that's part of the listening thing. So like Shaky said, that the people at the post office I invite to the community, and that's exactly what I did. The woman that was ringing up my book, she was like, "What book is this?" And she's like, "Where's your Facebook page? How do I buy your book?" But the same thing happened at the Apple store. I'm there with my laptop, and they're like, "So what do you do? Oh, you have an Apple business account. So what do you do? Oh, you have a book. Let me see." She was Googling it. She went to my
What I'm
website.
telling you is, whoever I was finna mail that book to, I'm gonna have to come back and mail that book because I'm finna sell it to her right there.
Right.
She's
Oh,
already interested. Why am I making her wait to get the book? You see what I'm
right.
saying? I got it in my hand. She asking about, you finna get this one.
Yeah.
I'll go
Got
back and get another one for that. And so what you know now is you need to keep them in your car.
I need to keep them in my trunk.
You need
That's
to keep them
all.
in your car.
Yeah.
Because what you know for sure is you're gonna make more money off each book you sell instead of sending in to Amazon. You send virtual people to Amazon. But people that are, I'm not sending nobody right in front of me to I'm gonna give you this book.
Right. Got it. Yep.
Dr. Dr. Tachi, I dare you to come off the mic and give us that aha.
Aha.
Aha. Aha.
Aha.
Aha.
Oh my God. I'm weak as hell. That's funny.
Yeah, that was a light bulb moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop sending them. Okay, we got Kennedy. We're assuming that's Shawana. Shawana, is that you on here as Kennedy?
Hello, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because look, I never do Zoom on my phone, so I feel weird right now. That's why I can't even come off camera. I don't know how.
No, and look, and we know that you're on. Look, safe travels to you. We know you're on the way to a conference right now.
Yeah, no, this is so like, I can't like look real crazy because it's probably about 50, yeah. But you already know I have on my gear. I have my books.
Yes.
They're all in every luggage. I keep at least a half a dozen in my car. But great conversation today, because it makes me then want to go right immediately into my room after all of my hellos, and to make sure that I have access to my quick discovery, the pay link though. Like I have the Calendly and all of that. It is making sure I have access, because I love when you mentioned about the $250 deposit, even though the package itself may be more. I do love that. Now, one thing I do want to ask, because I did have a great conversation, but because most of mine, I'm all about video. I had a great conversation on yesterday, actually, with a young lady who is coming to this particular event. And some of the things, because she had a list of things, yes, they include video, but she was also speaking to, and I need to talk to you too about that. She was also speaking about some CRM things as well as that. So when you was talking about deposit, it was like, yes, knowing I'm going to capture her on the video side, but when I know that I have all of these other possibilities, because she mentioned, of course, video and that's website, things like that. Of course, I have to pause to then create a proposal, of what the overall cost is going to be. So that's where I was like, okay, to then get her or got her right then with that, or even be prepared. Because like I said, she's coming to this to get that deposit while I'm here. What is that thought when I have not actually written down all of the proposal, of course, because I'm preparing to fly. If I wasn't preparing to get out of there in the last 12, 24 hours, I would have, of course, written it up and had already sent it to her.
I love it. So yeah, you need to definitely have that QR code that takes them to the deposit ready.
Right,
But
but
if
I'm saying,
you,
so then that deposit, if I haven't done the whole full proposal,
mhm.
is I'm trying to see, because of course it makes me think about other people that I'm going to meet while I'm here. And I told you one of the beautiful things for me, guys, is that two of my current clients, the host herself is a client of mine. So it's then saying I need to create something else for immediate deposits where some of these other possibilities is going to be in the space. So I'm just trying to see.
I don't know if you need to create something different. I don't want
Okay.
you to get in the habit of creating different shit. You need to get in the habit of selling what you got. You have different plans. And so they can choose from those plans. And you don't have to do based on the pricing of your plans, you can actually do a lower deposit. I love a hot $100 deposit. Love it. A hot $100.
Okay. Okay.
Most
Okay.
entrepreneurs got $100. They spending that on brunch. The way I
Okay.
just went to brunch and tasted everything at the Southern Porch. Come on now. Most entrepreneurs got a hot $100 to spend, right? So you
Okay. I
can
like that.
tell them what it is, right? And then take their deposit and then give them a start date. So what I
Okay.
need you to do is the one thing I need you to make sure of is that your deposit is hooked up to get an immediate email. And that email is telling them information about what they bought, when they're going to get started. You see what I'm saying? Or how to schedule a call that is their start call, their kickoff call.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Yeah, I want you to focus on that.
Okay. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're gonna go over to Cheryl. Cheryl, I don't know how much you heard, but I think you've heard enough. What would you like to say about having in-person discovery calls and getting the money right then for them to get started?
It's the best thing. That's how I got started with Mary Kay. I always kept a kit,
Yes.
the basic, with me by the door. I
Mhm.
go out the house that day. I do not come back until I sold that facial kit. Period. Even with today, two of my more recent clients that I received came from a door dasher and a pizza delivery person. Why? Because they don't want to be out there in that cold. Almost everybody has business ideas. I can help set them up, that kind of thing. And with the deposit, that's what I've been doing is give me a deposit, let me get you on my calendar, and then we'll take it from there. And it works. It works because people like the personal touch. And thank you, Dr. Tachi, and you know what for. But so it's absolutely wonderful. And then, like when you were talking to Shawana, it's
Mhm.
absolutely right. Keep the main thing. Sell one thing. You can always upsell them later. But if you start looking like Lene with all
No,
the products and
I
this and
got
that, and
watches. I got
yes,
cell phones.
then it starts to look a little hinky. And one of the other things I will say is don't talk fast. Slow down. We don't want to sound like the little hustler looking around, trying how long I got to do this speech before the police catch up with me. But slow down, that eye contact, the body language. Um, you know, uh, what you were saying about the post office. One of the things I used to sell books through a catalog, research books, rare books that people most often couldn't find, but everybody wanted. And what I would do is go into the post office and say, I'd like to do this media mail. Well, 9 times out of 10, they know what's in there. And they say, "Oh, what you selling? Books, and da 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 da." And I would give them a catalog, and then I would upgrade from media mail to, um, what do you call it? The 3 day thing or the 2 day thing, whatever that mail is. And I would get local customers like that. And you're absolutely right. Sell to the person that's in front of you. You can always go back and repack an order and send it out, that kind of thing. Also have a little goodie thing. You may not be able to have a whole swag bag, but have a little goodie package. One of the cutest things I've seen lately was Dryer Buzz little sliver of soap that she put in the little cloth thing that tied at the top, the pouch bag. Really cute. They won't forget it. And of course, she says, have you lathered up today? Her soaps really do lather. It's they do what they're supposed to do. So,
Let me tell you, that
you look.
body butter be bodying
Oh,
and
yes.
buttering. It do.
So you look at what is it, what is my number one selling point? You see what I'm saying? And I'm like you, Shay. If they say no, that's okay. Live to fight another day. Because see, you already put the seeds in there. And then also know how you can say right there on the spot, know what their pain is and how you solve that pain, how you alleviate that pain. And I'll leave it at that because that's a whole other book.
It is. It is. Love it. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Glow. Yo, glow. So glow. Can you come off the mic?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you've heard a lot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how can you use this information so that you are getting money on the spot?
Sell one thing. That's why. And pick and choose which one I want, but I have been sticking with one thing, but I also put in the comments too, is that I don't know, my with the podcast Conversations with Glow. I sell merch with that as well too. However, the discovery call. I Somebody asked me the other day, like, do I charge to collab? And I was like, no. But it gave me a thought, like maybe I need a charge to collab. But I also asked people to also be on the show as well too, because I can remember asking you, like, do I charge people? Even if I ask them as well too. So it's like I'm stuck really on this part right here. I really don't know what to sell. I just promote myself in all ways. But I just don't have a pinning point.
Gotcha. So the first thing is there are going to be people you ask to be on your show because you know what value they're going to bring to your listeners, and then there are going to be people who ask you to be on your show. So if you cannot understand what their value is, that's when you charge them. Right? So I just started a magazine. Y'all can go to shaycannon.com/magazine, get your free magazine issue, right? So there are people that I interview because I know what value they're going to bring to the theme of that magazine, right? But as this magazine keeps going, what inevitably happens is people see people talking about the magazine, people being featured in the magazine, and now they either want to be featured or they want to write for the magazine, right? Well, if I don't see the value immediately of how you're going to help my magazine, then you need to pay me to be in front of my audience. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So that's
so
kind of how you
with that,
differentiate that, right? Like somebody like a Auntie Shaky, Auntie Shaky is going to be fun, right? And she probably going to teach them how to make money. So there's value to your audience if Auntie Shaky asked to be on your show, right? But if I ask to be on your show and you already know that them Negroes that listen to you ain't trying to be no entrepreneur, then you might need to charge me. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not immediately understood what the value is. So they're getting in front of your audience. That the only way to make that a win-win for sure is to charge. Make sense?
Okay, so basically, if you're not going to bring value to my audience, I need to charge you to be on there.
Yeah,
So,
because
like,
at
if
the end of the
you,
day, that's a commercial now. And
okay,
we charge for commercials.
okay, 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 I get it. So it would be up to me to determine whether or not if they bring value or not. If
It's
they
your
come to
show.
me and be like, Glow, I want to talk about how to fix a car, and I know damn well my audience don't give a damn about fixing a car, but yeah, you can come on, but it's gonna be $25 for you to come on.
Or whatever
That's
your
what
rate
I,
is. Yeah.
yeah, or
I
whatever it
almost
is.
threw up at $25. I'm gonna let you know.
I just threw a
But
number. I just threw a number out there.
okay, thank you. Shit, my stomach hurt. Lord, okay,
I
but
just
yes,
threw a number out there. Okay,
but yes,
okay,
yeah. So nobody knows your audience better than you, right? You even have a
okay.
Facebook group where you see what they like, and I'm in your
Mhm,
Facebook group. So what I know
mhm.
is them fuckers don't want to hear nothing about no fixing no car. You know what I'm saying? They
They
don't want to
don't.
hear nothing about. Most of them don't want to hear nothing about entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Now, what may end up happening is I paid you, right, to come on your show, and then my personality took over and they learned about entrepreneurship. So maybe you can have me back. But without you knowing how that's going to go and it being a win-win, you would have to charge me.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all. Cheryl, did you want to add something?
Well, I wanted to ask Glow, are you still in the beauty salon?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the things you can sell locally your beauty services by keeping one of those small tablets like the 5x8 or whatever, and set it up as your portfolio. So you can show them right there on the spot, this is what I do. Look at this, da 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 da. You look so cute, like blah 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 blah. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? It works like a dream. You can use it on the plane. Let's say you're on a plane with someone and they're local, and you all taking a short trip or whatever, and then you're going to get back. You can sell it to them on the plane, take that deposit to get them on your calendar, so that you always know right there in that tablet. Or maybe you carry, depends on your method, maybe you carry a little appointment book. Book them in, get the deposits so that they lock in their appointment, and you're good to go.
So basically, for a potential client, show them what I do,
That's
or
right. That's right. To
okay,
show them, you do the locks and whatever else you do. Show
yes,
them
ma'am.
pictures of locks that you've done. Clients actually in the chair. There's a girl on Facebook, and I used to own a beauty salon, so that you can tell whether somebody's just putting up pictures and videos they found as opposed to them doing it. You never see this woman doing the work. And I happened to notice, she had a video up there, and I said, those aren't even her hands. And she's talking about, I'm having a great day at work and I'm doing this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, it's BS. But first of all, you have a presence in town. Nobody meets Glow and not remembers Glow. And that laugh is so infectious. You see what I'm saying? People you make them smile when they see your own hair. You see what I'm saying? You've got Dr. Tachi, that is a book, How I Got the Salon. It was literally left in my lap. But anyway, but this is a way, your personality, your portfolio, and then just get your, what's another P? Personality, portfolio. Put something, a P to the money. You see, get the profit, and just the hot 100. With the locks, you've got. I looked at your pricing, I believe, one time. You've got some great deals. You see what I'm saying? So that people can literally graduate up to your bigger ticket, items in the salon. You work that for all it's worth. You see what I'm saying? Just I used to have a selection of human hair wigs. Human hair, they work a lot better and they're more expensive, even though the cost is low. But retail. I mean, excuse me. The cost price is low. But you sell them for an arm and a leg. And I would keep a selection for them to try on so they could see, this is what this will look like. I also created some techniques that were, let's just say, ahead of their time, so that when people looked at their hair and people would see mine, they say, oh, I think that's a wig. And somebody would say, no, no, it's not. And two ladies came over to me one day and they said, my friend thinks you're wearing a wig and I don't think you are. You mind if we look at your scalp or whatever? No, go right ahead. And they decided, oh, it is her hair. And it was not, but I knew how to make it look like it was. So whatever you do, whatever your selling point is that makes you your own unique selling proposition, this is what you show on that tablet. But it works. And I'll release the mic.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that.
As Auntie Shaky said, y'all getting all this game for free every morning. Show is every morning. Heather said, I love it here. Y'all need to come in studio sometimes, because let me tell y'all, the studio chat is way better than the Facebook chat. But yes, Dr. Hodge said free game. Awesome. Well, guys, that's enough free game for y'all today. We'll see you tomorrow, where we're going to round out how to make money from your small business networking and